Good morning, everybody. Say hi. I'm taking my dog for a walk. Thank you, bud. Come on. I'm taking my senior dog. She'll be 17 in October for a walk this morning. And I was pondering some things. And I thought I would put a little short message out here. It is a beautiful day here today. See, it's going to be very sunny. I don't know if you can kind of tell that. Come on, baby. It's going to be very sunny. The sidewalks are a mess. It's going to be 95 degrees today, which is record-setting here for June for sure. Those are temperatures that usually you don't see here. Barely even in July and August. So, along with global warming being a thing, and lots of other things, kind of what I really wanted to talk about and what I was thinking about as I started walking was that it can be very difficult to stay at a high vibration if we allow come here, sweetie. She has no sense of the road, so I have to really watch her so she doesn't wander in. It can be very difficult to stay in that high vibrational positive mode when you have a lot of negative things or difficult things happening, or let's just say things in your life that are not working out quite the way you anticipated. And what came to me when I was meditating this morning is we have to surrender those things, especially if it's something of we had set ideas in our minds of things that we wanted, right? And things are not working out in that direction. Oftentimes there's something much better coming for us. And so we need to stay positive. We need to know that if our plan is not the best plan, Source, the universe, our creator, has a much better plan in store for us. Okay? And the other thing is to try, if you can, I know we can't eliminate it, but to try and cut back on a lot of the negative stuff that can kind of filter in. And it's not just, cutting back on the news and things like that, but also what people say. Because it can be tough. It can be very tough. If any of y'all have watched any of my videos before, I talk about what it's like if you're in a family, if you're an optimist, or you tend to look on the positive and you're surrounded by every single person who is a pessimist, who will go to, the darkest, most, let's say, not best outcome type of thing. And so I understand for many, I'm in such a situation myself, so I understand it can be difficult, but there are times where if you can't kind of flip that a little bit, I always try and encourage my family, why don't we look at the positive possible outcomes to this situation instead of the negative, right? I try to encourage that. But everyone has their own mind. It's a free will world, and yeah, that's as it should be. And everyone's on their own path, and it's something I've definitely had to kind of learn to. There are times where I have to step away, right? I literally have to just get up, go out for a walk, listen to some music, meditate, or do something to kind of take me away from it when it becomes a literal bombardment. So for those of you that may be going through something similar, I encourage this. It's like sometimes trying to, pour something positive on something very, very negative, if those who are in that mindset just don't want to hear it, it's kind of equally the other way. It's like they want to pour as much negative stuff, or even if they're doing it subconsciously, they may not consciously want to, but that's just their mindset. and it kind of bounces off. So those kind of energies, they don't play well together. They bounce off one another, right? So sometimes really you all were just better to just step away from that, and you know, knowing there are going to be some days that will be a little more difficult than other days, right? There are some days where you may feel like you just have it coming at you from every direction. Come on, sweetie, come this way. We're going to go this way. Come on. So if that happens to be, look at these pretty flowers, you guys. I would say just try and look at the positive in your own situation. Something that, you know, helps me always immensely is just to be grateful for everything that I have. You know, I'm grateful and love my family, even though, you know, we tend to see things differently. And I accept that. Excuse me, lots of pollen, guys, today. I accept that, and they accept me as I am too. When they're, you know, going on and on and on endlessly, daily, about their negative stuff, it's not that they're trying to convince me of it. That's just their kind of set point, and that's just how they feel. So it's like they do respect my feelings about it. And when I say to them, okay, I've had kind of enough, that's enough negative for me for now, and I kind of check out of whatever the conversation or whatever it is, they understand and they respect that, which is a good thing, because I know that's not always the case for everybody. But I think it's good just to have that conversation, which I had to sit down and have with all of my family members, and just say, you know, this is, you know, my path is a more positive path. I choose to live in a world where I try and focus on the positive things and not give energy to the negative things. And I try to explain, you know, where I'm coming from. And sometimes, you know, that's something you can do and people are open to it, which I was fortunate in my case, and sometimes not so much. So it does help if you have friends, family, whatever, who are open to hearing what you have to say. And I just tell them, you know, for me, I believe what you think about, you bring about. The energy that you put out there, you're creating. You are co-creating. And so I would rather co-create something positive. This way, sweetie. I would rather co-create something positive than something negative. So I just wanted to come on and say, for anybody who's going through some difficulties, you know, hang in there. You see my little doggie, she'll be 17. Her little hip's a little sore, so she's a little limpy here at the end of our walk. But anyway, hang in there, everybody, okay? You can do this. Sending you all love, peace, and unity. Bye-bye.